The conflict between the Israelis and Palestinians seems to be a never-ending battle, and it's a battle that's affecting a lot of people in the occupied territory of the West Bank, especially children.
Absolutely. A local woman made the long trek to the war-torn Middle East to see how she could possibly help children. Since she's back on American soil, she's been telling the story of what she witnessed to some local school children.
When you walk through where the tanks were, you know, people's homes, half of them are knocked out. There was a very suffocating smell of death. I wanted to know, and I wanted to see for myself, and I wanted to feel the pain.
For 10 days, Susan Abu Hawa felt the pain of those living in the war-torn Middle East. The civil rights activist made the impromptu trip so she could see with her very own eyes how the war on terrorism is affecting Palestinian refugees.
Where there was, you know, incredible destruction. It was just a wasteland of pain.
Armed with a home video camera, the Yardley resident took pictures of Palestinian refugee camps she says were reduced to a pile of rubble by Israeli tanks.
Keep going.
At one point during her visit, she was caught in a hail of gunfire.
It was pretty terrifying, you know. I mean, there were sound bombs exploding. They're very disorienting. Tear gas was sort of, you know, a little suffocating at one point.
But there was something more suffocating for this woman of Palestinian descent. It was the sight of children dealing with war. Susan says some of the children told her chilling stories of how they witnessed their loved ones killed right before their very eyes.
Some of the stories that they told us would make me crumble. You know, a grown woman, I think a grown man, would crumble under some of the things that they had lived through. And yet, you know, they were there singing and just being kids.
For a brief moment, Susan brought happiness to the children by painting their faces. But she wants to do even more. Susan is on a mission to build playgrounds for the refugee children. Her organization, Playgrounds for Palestine, is working hard to ship a playground like this one to the Middle East. But she says governmental red tape is holding up the donation.
There's no outlets for them for any kind of creative expression and so forth. And the idea of having playgrounds in their neighborhoods where they can just go and be kids is a good thing.
Susan hopes she can make this good thing happen so she can bring some sunshine for children living in some very dark times. In Juniata Park, Christian Farr, Fox News.
Playgrounds for Palestine is not a profit organization. If you want to learn more about the organization, just log on to www.playgroundsforpalestine, all one word, .com.
One woman making a difference.
Big difference.
Done.
Yes.